Hello, 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 hello. So today, we are having the host of the show, the Donk A Thon, on the show. Miss Tiffany, y'all know I love everybody that's in the car culture, but I'm always usually um very partial to the ladies because ladies are in the car culture doing something that is historically thought to be something that men do. So I love that. I'm just waiting for her to come on. She should be on in just a moment. And so once she comes on, I'll go ahead and get her on and we'll go ahead and start. We'll talk about the show, what's happening. We have a few special announcements. So let me just go ahead and pull Miss Tiffany on. I sent you an invite, Miss Tiffany. You should be able to accept the invite. Hey, lady.
Hello, lady. How are you?
How are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you for asking.
So I was saying before you came on, right?
Uh-huh.
I love everybody in the car culture, right?
Right.
But I'm very partial to women in the car culture because we're doing stuff that is historically men stuff, right? Or
Absolutely.
people think is men stuff. So I'm like, I just love a girl who like cars and like stuff, men stuff.
Right.
So before we get started, I wanted to tell you thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come on and sit down and answer a few questions about your upcoming event.
Right. I want to thank you for having me. I've been a fan of yours for a long time, so I feel honored to just be here.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. That's why they say you never know who's watching you because I didn't know. Like I really and you'll find this to be true too, right?
Right.
And you probably may have already found that to be true given your history, like over the years, right? You never know who's watching you. And when people come and tell you stuff, you're like, oh man. It happened to me today. I know a shop, like a very big time shop in Atlanta. And I know the owner and his wife, but I ain't had no idea they mamas knew who I was. And they was in Summit today.
Uh-huh.
And said, hey KP, how you doing? I was like, I looked at the shirt. I was just like, let me not ask who she is because I don't want to offend her.
Right.
I'm like, hey, how you doing? And so when I got back, I asked my homeboy, I told him who it was. He's, oh, that's their mama. I was like, ooh.
Oh, wow.
So, like I said, I just want to ask you a couple of questions. Wanted to get
Okay.
everybody familiarized with the event.
Okay.
We have a couple special announcements. And this is gonna be fun. So,
Okay.
first, I want you to tell me what brought about the Dunkathon. How did this get started?
Okay, so the Donk A Thon is not the Donk A Thon is a new event, but it's not our first event. And I grew up in the car culture with my granddad, my brothers, and things like that. So I've always enjoyed fast cars and racing and the car club. I'm from East Texas, so the Fleetwood truckers and stuff. I grew up in that community. And my guy, he loves races. You remember I ordered that shirt that said my truck ain't ready yet.
Yeah.
But we just have a passion for events and just bringing the community together. And that's why we chose Louisiana in Monroe, because it's just real important to keep that culture going and provide entertainment for people of color and other races as well.
Right. So you've been around all your cars all your life. What's your car of choice?
You know what? My dream car is a Stingray.
Really?
Yes. Yes. I know, but yeah, I would love to have a Stingray.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if there's anybody who got a Stingray on here, she might pull a Rick Ross on y'all and grab that Stingray from y'all.
Right on.
So you mentioned why you're doing it in Louisiana.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen the flyer, but you want to tell us who's going to be at the event?
Okay, I might be partial, but I think we have one of the best lineups ever. We got Donk Master, Blue Magic, and Silent Killer. So I'm super, super
Mhm.
excited. Yeah.
Right, right, right. And then you also have me. I'll be there.
Yes, yes. Oh, look, I thought that goes without saying. We have the fabulous KP, and Coco will be there as well, running the lanes and doing other things. So I'm really grateful for you ladies to be involved because, like you were saying, you guys are a big part of the culture and just helping and striving and making all these great things happen. That's important to me and exciting.
Oh, well, we appreciate it. I want to tell you, since okay, so we locked in pretty early in the year, you and
Right,
I, you said, I want you there. We need to figure out what we're gonna do. We need to make it happen. So,
right.
after a strenuous negotiation, a
Don't do that to me
strenuous
now.
negotiation, we were able to lock in. So I really wanna, I'm all about really giving people their flowers as well, right?
Hmm.
So I wanted to let you know, um, you were my first actual event, like, um, okay, so this goes without saying. I get kind of preferential treatment at some events, at a lot of events, right?
Right,
Um, and Country C is he always makes sure that I'm good when I come to his events.
right.
But as far as like actually signing a contract,
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I did the air quotes, but signing a contract,
I think it
uh,
was a good contract.
it's definitely a good contract. It's definitely a good contract. So as far as signing a contract,
Hmm.
having things in place, you were probably my first one where like it was official. Like we
Really?
signed paperwork, we
Uh-huh.
making sure, you know what I mean? So I
Right.
want to tell you thank you because I feel like that kind of started like a domino effect. It
Uh-huh.
started like when we did that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm ready. And then so much other stuff started happening.
Right.
I'm like, oh man, this is dope.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, reaching out to you, I didn't know what the response was going to be. Because, like as somebody else said, you the Oprah of the car culture. So I was like, and I was so nervous. I'm like, oh Lord, I'm going on a nationally syndicated show today. So I'm grateful that we were able to make it happen, and for you to be a part of it because I know it's going to be kick-ass cool. It's going to be amazing.
Thank you. I'm very excited. I'm excited that not only will I be there, my people will be there. Like
Right.
I love these my people, right?
Uh huh.
So you got Coco running the lanes, which
Yes.
is super dope. Like I'm
Right.
feeling like we kind of might be shifting this towards a female event.
Hey, you know what? Maybe that's what we need to be doing.
Well, you can't tell the men that
I
they're not
know.
going.
I'm just kidding.
But you got Coco running the lanes.
Uh-huh.
You got some other dope people that are going to be there that we haven't that I'm not sure if we can really talk about yet.
Right.
But speaking of, you said Dump Master,
Yes.
you said Silent Killer,
Yes.
and you said Blue Magic.
Yes.
So let's just talk a little bit about Blue Magic.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
So we all seen the news that Blue Magic is retiring Blue Magic. So what what is one of the special announcements, and I'm gonna let you do the honors of the special announcement.
Okay.
Blue Magic, that car is gonna be gone.
Right.
So what's happening at your race?
Well, we are fortunate enough to be the first race where his car will be debuted, his new car. So that's an honor and exciting within itself. I'm like, how did we get blessed with that? But I'm ready for it.
Right.
Yeah.
So the new car, and Kat is okay with us dropping this news. So the new car, that will be debuting. What's the name of the car?
Magic Blue.
Right. So he just took it and flipped it around.
Right.
and I'm super excited to see that car run. You know,
Me
I've been with Cat through the ups and downs,
Uh-huh.
as a lot of the fans have. We've been with him on his winning streak. We've been with him on his losing streak.
Right.
We've been with him on his new winning streak, and we'll be with him. And it'll be a sad day. This not this weekend coming, but the next weekend when he retires Blue Magic, because
Right.
we've been with Blue Magic a long time.
I can imagine, that's going to be an emotional time for him as well. And it was probably a hard decision. But I know
Right,
he's going to come back with something even more fire. I just
right,
know.
right. Now, Cat don't play about them cars. Now
Right?
he don't. I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to see Louis the 13th. That's his
Mm-hmm.
other dunk, the one his ride around dunk is
Right.
brown. That car, not that Blue Magic is not a great car as well, but
Mm-hmm.
that brown car,
Right.
that car is immaculate.
Yeah.
So when you get the opportunity, if you ever get the opportunity to see it,
Uh-huh.
you'll be able to see what I'm talking about.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So what made you guys settle on wanting to do mostly dunk racing?
They're phenomenal. They're extraordinary. They're eye-catching. They're just like, when you see, and I want to start by saying I don't care what type of car, bike, or truck you have, when it's part of you and it's your passion and you're putting all your time, energy, sweat, money, tears into it, you deserve your props. But it's just something about those donks that just do something to me. They are just, it's like, how could you take something and turn it into that? And then when you realize how much money they put into them and you see them rolling, it's just captivating.
Right. So being from Florida, dunks are real life for us. I mean, I've been
Right,
seeing dunks since I'm 45 now, but I've been seeing dunks since I was a little itty bitty girl. I mean,
right.
they're 70s cars, but what I mean by seeing them since then was,
Mm-hmm.
um, those guys, like in the early 90s, in the late 80s,
Uh-huh.
they were fixing those cars up. So
Right.
it was just a part of life for us in Florida. I'm pretty happy about the fact that it's not just now catching on in the rest of
Mm-hmm.
the world, but I feel like there was a shift in the maybe mid to late 2000s.
Uh-huh.
There was a shift, so everybody started to be like, "Oh man, it's time to get a dunk." That's what for us, dunks are our Rolls Royces.
Right.
So in Florida, if you have a dunk, you pretty much have a Rolls Royce.
Okay.
So people can't understand the obsession for us with those, but when we say it's a way of life, it really is just a way of life.
Right.
Do you ever think that you would buy a dunk?
I've been hitting around that maybe we should get one because I mean, I just, oh,
She just gonna walk up behind you.
but no regret.
Right.
They're beautiful, and I've been hitting around. Maybe we should get a dog. So we'll see. We'll see.
Well, I will tell you this. Y'all are up the way, right? Where if you were going to get one, it could probably be a little bit cheaper than trying to
Right.
buy one from down our way.
Right.
Because you're based out of what, Arizona?
Arizona and Texas.
Well, maybe not Texas, but you might want to try to get you one out of Arizona.
Okay.
Texas probably ain't going to be. It's probably going to be a bit of now Texas may be a little cheaper too.
Uh-huh.
But if you're trying to buy one, well, I'll say this: if you want to buy one that's already fixed up, if you're gonna put big rims on it and stuff, then maybe come down our way. But if you want to get one probably grandma clean, garage kept, I'm pretty sure they got them up there, and you should be able to find one.
Yeah, Arizona actually, to my surprise, has a really big car culture, especially classic cars. The Barrett Jackson is here every year, so
Right.
it's a big deal here.
I actually do want to come to Barrett Jackson.
You
So
should.
they have it 4 times a year. They have it the first of the year in Scottsdale. Then they have it in West Palm Beach. Then they have it in Vegas.
Uh-huh.
Then they have it in Texas. So I really want to come to the one in Scottsdale.
Yeah, you should come down. We need to make that plan for next year.
Have you been before?
Yes, I have. And
You enjoy it?
it's an adrenaline rush. And then when you see how much those cars are going for, sometimes we just see things out and about and we're like, oh, that's nice. But when you see how highly valued they are, that takes it to a whole different level.
Mm. Did you buy one when you were there?
No, I did not. But we
Did it
put
make
it in
you
the universe, so maybe that's gonna happen soon.
did it make you feel some type of way like, dang, I really want this, but I don't know if I can, I don't know about that.
I love cars, and growing up with brothers who raced cars, and my grandfather restored cars. They just had that passion, getting some that might have been somebody else's trash, or so they thought, and turn it into something great. Yeah, it did. It excites me. It excites me.
Right.
So,
Right. So let's talk about the actual event. So the
okay,
event is September 3rd, which is Labor Day weekend
right.
in Monroe, Louisiana. And
Uh-huh.
what's the name of the track?
Twin City Raceway.
Okay.
Right.
So if they were going to fly in, what would be the best airport for them to fly into?
The Monroe Airport or the Shreveport Airport would be the best one. And we do have hotel accommodations, blocks of rooms available that'll be posted on the website, at discounted rates for the event.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So guys, they have discounted rates for the event if you want to fly in. Well, when you fly in,
Right.
they have discounted rates for the hotel. Also, what time do the gates open? And what do you know the cost for getting in the gate?
Okay, so the gate opens at 10 and the actual event starts at noon. And there
Mhm.
are race prices, entry prices posted on thefloat.com. But the regular entry is $30, and children between, I think, like 6 and 12 is $10 because it's a family event. And
Okay.
we've got different rates for RV parking, ATVs, everything is allowed. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, that's been a thing. I think a lot of tracks have stopped actually recently as well. So I'm
Mhm.
glad you said it. So ATVs are allowed,
Yeah,
golf carts, um, all those things, four wheelers, all those things are allowed.
right, right.
Okay. So outside of that, are there any other events going on around the race? So like maybe that Friday night or leading up to the race, are there any other events leading up to the race?
Not as far as just totally associated with the race, but there are a lot of events going on because it is Labor Day weekend and it is Louisiana. There's a plethora of things for everybody to get involved in the night before the race.
Oh yeah, and they eat good in Louisiana, so I definitely,
You know
definitely,
it,
definitely,
and I'm ready.
I think the last time I was in Louisiana, I was at the track. I was at No Problem Raceway, and then
Uh-huh.
when I tell you those people were so nice and sweet down there, I was like, oh, this seems like a real setup because they is really being way too nice.
That's that Southern hospitality. That's just how
Yeah,
they are. They make you feel welcome. They're so helpful, so kind. They're amazing people.
right. So other than this, other than hosting or throwing races, tell us what else you have going on.
Okay, so we always keep something going on, but my biggest and my most that I'm so proud of, we on top 10 bully kennels. We are XL American bully breeders, expecting a litter. So yeah, that is my true passion. I did not know that you could love dogs that much, but they're just beautiful, and it's just exciting and fun to have them. And anticipating the breeding is making me very anxious. But yeah, yeah, we're gonna have
So y'all
dogs
hear that?
everywhere.
Y'all hear that? Not only does she do car stuff as a female, they also own a bully kennel. You
Yeah.
do all the stuff that historically people think men do.
And look, everybody's bullies are welcome. We will have some bully puppies there and one of our full-grown dogs at the event. So if you got bullies that you're excited about, that you want to showcase, whatever, bring them because ours will be there.
Okay. So I'm not a pet person,
Right.
but I'm gonna tell you what I have heard about those. I it's a dog, so I'm gonna call it a dog. I know y'all call them bullies. I hear those things are super expensive.
Well, just like a donk, you get what you pay for.
That's a good one.
Right. So I don't think the donk culture is going to think that they are too expensive.
That's why I'm on the G body side. Cause
It just depends on, the breeder that you get them from. But we take great pride in top 10 bully kennels. We
right,
have a long history of breeding other dogs and stuff. But the bullies that's just our thing. And we love them. But yeah,
right.
yeah, be prepared. Be prepared.
So when is your litter? Your litter supposed to be here?
Okay, so we're waiting on the breeding confirmation, which is right around the corner, but we're expecting puppies early or mid-July.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So you got a lot of stuff happening. You
Yeah, but
got a
it's all
race coming
good.
up. You got a race coming up, and you got a
Mhm.
whole litter of bullies coming up. What
Yeah.
you gonna be? Yeah, it's gonna be a tough time for you. It's gonna be rough.
That's why you had to stay on me. But yeah, staying busy is good. And especially, as an entrepreneur and as a person of color, I love it. I love seeing people doing things for themselves, securing their future, creating generational wealth, living in their passion and in their truth. So yeah.
Right. What is a piece of advice you would give someone looking to start possibly a bully kennel?
Oh my God, it's so much. The biggest thing would be, I can say a few things. Make
Okay.
sure you know what you're getting into. Do your
Okay.
research. Make sure that you are researching other kennels before you purchase a dog. Go see the dog in person and make sure that you know that it is they're just like people. If you want to be a breeder, you have to treat those dogs like you would treat those kids. Because let me tell you, our dogs do better than we do. And it's a big task, but it's very rewarding. And the biggest thing, don't worry about anybody else says. People might look at you and say you're crazy, just like with anything. Don't do it. Don't take the chance. Life is
Right.
full of chances. And I don't regret us making the decision to start a bully kennel. I'm excited
Really.
about it. It's been hard, time consuming, expensive, and taxing, but I feel like it's worth it.
Listen, I was out when you told me how much the food costs. I was like, because as I consider myself a serial entrepreneur, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm always reading, research. You know that, like I'm always
Right.
reading, researching, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do next.
Uh-huh.
And I really don't like pets. Like the closest thing I'm gonna get to a pet is gonna be a fish, right?
Aww.
But when you told me how much that food was, I said, KP, because people are always telling you, oh, you can make so much money doing this, or you can make so much money doing that. When you told me how much that food was, I was like, it ain't. I don't even eat food that costs that much.
Well, let me say this. That is not for every kennel, and that does not mean that that's how you have to feed your dogs, whether they're bullies or whatnot. But these dogs are family and they're an investment, and you want them to eat right. You want them to be healthy. And so the food, we have food shipped in, different things. So yeah, it's worth it. Every kennel does not do that. They don't have to. But we're top 10 bully kennels and we take it all the way. Go hard or go home. And so we go hard on everything.
Listen, your dog eat better than me. You
Me
you having
too.
food shipped. You having food shipped in for your dog, and here I am eating off a food truck or eating out the gas.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I really want to tell you this. I really feel like we're gonna have a ball
Absolutely.
at this event. I'm super excited to, as someone who's been that goes around the country to a lot of different events,
Uh-huh.
and I feel like this just has that this just has that family vibe,
Right.
that family reunion type feel, and I'm not even
Hmm.
there yet. So
Right.
I really can't wait to actually pull up, see all the people. Like even when some of the people that follow me found out that I was gonna be there,
Uh-huh.
they was like, "Oh, that's dope," because we usually don't get to see you up this way.
Right.
I can't wait to meet you. And even with the announcement about Coco being there, like,
Right.
um, I feel like we appreciate you as women in the culture because
Hmm.
I normally don't play the sex card. Like I don't
Okay.
play the male female card, right?
Right.
But I do feel like as women in the culture, a lot of times we get overlooked or we get undervalued
Hmm.
by our male counterparts, and I don't even know if they realize that they are doing it, right?
Right.
I like it's just standard behavior. They don't even think about the fact that, oh, I'm having an event. Let me call this person.
Hmm.
They just naturally gravitate towards what they know, so they'll call a guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just want to tell you, we appreciate the fact that you wanted to make sure you had some female representation at the race.
Absolutely. And you are very welcome. You and Coco are trailblazers. Y'all are doing great things. And y'all are like-minded people. And I respect that. I love your vibe, your determination, your energy. And women should be included. You know, we support so much, in not just in the car culture, but in everyday life. And call me partial, but I think when a woman is involved in something, that every bit of effort is going to be made. Nothing is going to be overlooked. You can do something with a woman, you can go on about your business, but she gonna pick up the pieces and make sure that you forget nothing and that it's gonna be phenomenal. So I'm a stand
Right,
on that. Yeah.
right. So, is there anything else that you want us to know before anything else you want to talk about? Anything that you feel like we have not covered that we should have covered?
I think we've covered everything, and there are going to be other announcements being made. So I want to make sure that everyone knows to, follow the Donk A Thon, go to the Donk A Thon website. I think we already mentioned, you purchase your tickets at thefoat.com. There are going to be other announcements made. We do still have vendor spots available for specific things. We want to make sure that it isn't oversaturated with the same thing. But
Right.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, Ms. Brooks, I appreciate you coming
Likewise.
on, taking time out of your busy schedule because I know you super busy. You got a lot of stuff going on. You got the race coming up, and then you anticipating that litter. So
Right,
you got your hands full right now.
right, yes. But again,
So
it's all worth it.
right. So thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you, and we'll talk again soon. You coming back before the race, right?
Yes,
With some more
absolutely.
announcements, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll see you whenever you come back, and
All
don't
right.
hesitate to if there's any type of announcement that needs to be made, if
Okay.
there's anything that needs to be said about what's coming up at the race, don't hesitate to send it to me, and
Okay.
I'll be happy to post it and make sure everybody knows.
Absolutely. Thank you. And again, I appreciate you for having me. It's been an honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a great day.
You too. Take care.
All right, bye-bye. So guys, that was Tiffany Brooks. She is the presenter of the Donk A Thon. You guys have that on I always post it. I'm always putting it in my story. And I have it on my page as well. So if you're in Louisiana, Monroe, or the surrounding areas, that is where it'll be held. You heard what she said, all the information. You can go on thefoat.com to grab your tickets. They also have um um discounted blocks of rooms for you guys to grab a room, because those rooms, yeah, as we all know, traveling to those races, the rooms can be super expensive, but they have discounted blocks of rooms for you guys to go grab a room. You heard that Dunkmaster will be there. Blue Magic will be there with his debuting his new car. That'll be the first time he's debuting his new car. Team Silent Killer will be there. I will be there, and Miss Coco will be there running the lanes. So I'm super excited. I cannot wait to see everybody who is in Monroe, Louisiana, and the surrounding areas. Even if you're not in that area, you can travel. You heard she said you could fly into probably Shreveport, or you can fly into Monroe. Monroe is probably a smaller airport, so you may want to fly into Shreveport. That way you'll get a better rate. But either way it goes, whether you have to fly, drive, catch a it's plane, trains, and automobiles. However you got to get there, just make sure you come and attend the event. I'm super excited to see everyone, and I may have another special announcement. I'll let y'all know. I got to see where it is, but I may have another special announcement. I don't know yet. I'm just still trying to figure it out, but I may have another special announcement. So, thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode of Rise and Vibes. I will see you guys next Tuesday at 7 p.m. where we'll be sitting down to talk to Sudamar, and also I have a guest on right directly after Sudamar. So, thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Rise and Vibes, and I will see you guys next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.